All right, Sarah, you're up next.
Thank you very much, Patricia, and thank you for doing this for us and with us. Um, I have a question on how best to handle a situation that I will find myself in the next couple of weeks. I am resonate with Tracy quite a bit when she says she's the only one that's awake in her family, and basically we're all surrounded by sleepers or deniers. My question is that after 2 years of not being included in any family gatherings, my youngest daughter is having an engagement party and her older sister is having it. And believe it or not, they live in DC. Anyway, because my oldest daughter feels safe that she has made sure that the youngest one has had her third, just 2-year-old had her third shot. So she's boosted. Now it's okay for me to be around them. The negativity is going to be overwhelming. I am so anxious and excited to see my beautiful 3 grandchildren that I haven't seen. The oldest one turning 7, and then my 6-year-old. And it's been hard. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I know that I need to not bring anything up to them because it just puts up a huge barrier and wall. I have really thanked Loved One Society for helping me lift my vibrations. And while I'm really looking forward to going and being a part of all this, because I want to celebrate my youngest daughter and her upcoming wedding. I mean, my brother, my sister's going to be there with her family, all of them. And they just think I'm a piranha, not just a crazy theorist, but I've become a piranha because I didn't care enough to get
Hi, Sarah.
a vaccine.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, thanks.
Hi. By repeating labels from other people, we're still placing that energy on ourselves. So I'm interfering to let you know you're not a piranha and those words don't suit you. And we're not going to allow that energy to be a part of your being. Are you with me?
100%.
Perfect. I will interject as I'm guided to, because you are worth way more than that. And I wouldn't let one of my friends sit in front of me and talk that way about themselves. And I'm not going to do that in this group. You are divine and you are worthy. You have made your conscious choice to be and who, and your medical choice is your business. Now, how they feel about you is really none of your business. How you feel about how they feel about you is where you do the work. You cannot change someone else. There are 4 myths in the world. I can make you happy. I can make you sad. You can make me happy. You can make me sad. No, nobody can make me happy or sad. It's my choice. So you are aware of the information as you go in. If you choose to remove their negative opinion of you and walk in your divine holy light and glory, for the reason and the purpose and intent for going is a celebration. That is where you work at. And here's another piece. I gave it to somebody who was having something to do on Thanksgiving. I don't know if anyone remembers or not, but I told her, just tell them your cow died. And that's all you say. And in your mind, the rest is, so I don't need your bull anymore. And that helps trigger and stop any negative conversation because they don't have a clue what you're talking about. So you're not judging them, you're not hurting them, you're not taking on their words. You just tell them your cow died and go back to the celebration of life. How's that?
Thank you. Perfect.
There you go. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Awesome. All right. Where are we at on time, Patricia? Do you have something else you need to get done or going ahead and ask? Okay. We have 4 people.
1 second. I find it really interesting. So I'm taking it from opening up and allowing you to ask me questions about me and my gifts and what I'm going to be doing here. I take it that everybody's pretty comfortable with me and that we're moving ahead. Oh, somebody's got a question.
Barbara, energy.
I almost got away, didn't I, Amanda?
Barbara has a question.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were kind of doing things last week and I was having to do my own stuff. And thank you, everybody, for sharing. And something just came to mind when I was listening to all this, because I'm a person that has a lot of knowledge in spirituality that I've been just collecting and has been kind of wandering. And what came to mind is I've been comparing myself to everybody else all these years. And, you know, my sister's really, you know, tapping into her daughter and, you know, friends. And I'm going, oh, I want to be like them, not really knowing my own gift. Is I have a knowing. But I'm thinking, well, because I don't do the same as them, that I'm not. So that just kind of came to mind and went, oh, you know, with the nurse, she was sharing that she just got this, you know, thought. And I went, oh, yeah, that happens to me all the time. So I just wanted to share that. And I missed you guys. I'll be listening back to where it was. And what else has happened last week, and this may be part of me being, you know, absent, is that I'm being triggered like unbelievable. I've done a lot of work on myself and stuff that's coming to me. I think it's way back. It's before this lifetime. Like it's just coming up, and I'm like I was mentioning I'm coughing a lot, and I feel like I'm under attack. So I'm having to constantly ground myself with light, and I've been listening to Q and dancing, and I'm like creating that energy and everything. So one question I wanted to ask you, Patricia, was when you were a young child, because you were saying that you came in this way, what was it like for you, and how did your parents take you, or did they try to conform you, or were they open? You know, I'm just curious because I have a grandson and he's really up there, but my son's trying to, you know, the medical and everything, and I'm trying to think, how can I help this?
That's a loving question. We're actually raising our grandson. He's 8 right now, and he's very open. It's a challenge. For my being, I was never wanted by my parents. Now this is not a pity party. I am so
Really?
you couldn't write this. I was raised in many foster homes and many different cultures, many different religions. And I know why, because I'm trained. That was my training, to hit the ground running. I loved spirit. I communicated with spirit. I did not like people. I did not like those big people who thought they knew everything. Really didn't like them. I learned to trust in my gifts because I had only me and my connection to go on to help me through. but it opened me up to be non-judgmental, to be open, to know that I don't know anything really, because the amount of people that I got to know by moving around and being placed in different towns, cities, it allowed me to see so much. It allowed me to be a part of so much knowing. And so I'm very grateful for that. Absolutely grateful. And it allowed me to also search love. And I searched it in some pretty funky places. I'm not lying. I did. Right? Because I was seeking that love. I was seeking that understanding and that connection to human kindness and to love. And what I was seeking was what I already had, creator's love. But I was looking for it in others. I was looking for that spark. And there was many, I came across many people who had that spark of the creator, who had that kindness and that love. And so that helped pull through those who didn't. So the one thing that we were asked to do when we were asked to raise our grandson is let him be him. Let him be him. Do unto him as you would have anyone do unto you. Pretty simple. And he's highfalutin, good energy, talks about spirit all the time, draws his drawings, has his dreams, gets his messages, tells us that we need to, stomps his foot and says, I will not live in fear. And he's free. He's free to be himself with respect. Always. He's allowed to share his side, but it has to be done in a respectful way. That's all we ask. So letting him be him. So it must be hard for you. Just bring your truth to your son. Because very rarely is there a parent who doesn't want what's beautiful for their child. They just don't understand, or they don't have the information. So never sit back with information of love and kindness, because we want everyone to get better, not bitter. So bring your truth forward, but accept his decision and his domain. But at least you bring your truth forward. That's what I always ask people to do. That's what I ask myself to do. Even when I'm in situations where I go, Creator, I don't get this. I really don't get this, but I'm here. So I hope that helps.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, love you.
Love you. I want to add just real quick that that's so true. Like if we're going through our life, from the time we're children, we're guided to go to school and learn like through a textbook, and it automatically sets us in this motion that everything has to be done a certain way. Like we have to do it in a pattern or by a curriculum that's written down. And sometimes we even use that as a comparison to ourselves. Well, we're not following along like we were supposed to, like it's almost ingrained in us. So one thing I love about this setting is that we all have been there at one time or another, and we're coming out of that, and we're able to share that and not put those comparisons on each other. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that real quick before we move on. Yen is there.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for calling on me. So I have two questions. The first question that I have is if Patricia can share a little bit more about her gifts. And one of the things that I was picking up, and I want to make sure I don't make any assumption, is that one of her gifts is to help us unlock our divine gifts. Is that an assumption?
No, you're picking it up right. Absolutely right. And I don't have to know your gift to create sacred space and to trigger you. And please, please, it is your right. Archangel Gabriel says it's your right and responsibility. Don't look back because you're not there anymore. And I can't tell the creator I did something because my husband told me to, or I love him, so I did it. I can't do that. So always stay in your own domain and your own holy light. Don't take on anything from me or anybody else without checking it through your own discernment. How's that?
That's wonderful. And my second question is that will we have something in the toolkit that will help each member in this community to recognize their shadows or their orphans and dealing with different type of fears, whether from past lives or from recent one, because that's going to help us a whole lot as we go through this journey.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are powerful. The choice is face everything and run or face everything and rise. We're going to face everything and rise in here. Fear is a positive tool. So next Thursday, I think Thursday, we're going to start working with tools. Tools we already know, the basic tools for knowing that we're divinely protected and to move forward in our own holy light and our gifts. So that's Thursday soon. You're very perceptive.
Awesome. Thank you. Because that's what I'm picking up with today examples and everything like that. Everybody's stories, they're beautiful, but they give us really good nuggets to learn from.
I love that. You're so perceptive. Thank you, Yen.
Yeah, thank you, Yin. That was beautiful. All right, Shell, you're up next.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say first and foremost, I want to thank you, Patricia and Amanda and Tracy, for bringing this to us. I've really enjoyed the sessions, and I just have a few things to say and just, and some questions, if you don't mind. I have been on a spiritual journey since I was a child. Have just known things and felt things and seen things and would hear things, and it's been very kind of hard for me. I've never had a like a teacher. I've always had to, be on the journey myself and try to learn. And I've gone the gamut of religions, like Chuck said, and it's just trying to find my place. I never could find my place where I belonged, and it's been and I'm like the outcast in my family. No one believes like me. I'm just the weird one. And they just think I'm a conspiracy nut, and I'm like, no, you're gonna see. And it's like, yeah, and trying to bring them to an understanding of what's really going on. And it's just like talking to a brick wall. So I just left it alone, and they'll just have to find it out when things start happening. But I've just I've just struggled with that, and then trying to, trust my inner knowing, try to connect to my higher consciousness, and try to, stay on the divine purpose. And LWS has helped me realize this is what I've always known it deep inside, that I, wanted to do more and help, I guess, humanity move into the next stage. And I've always felt that. I've always known deep inside that there's something else. There's more to this reality. There's more going on. And I don't know how to explain that. I've just felt that. And I've known that that's where I need to be. That's what I'm supposed to do and to help. And it just feels like sometimes I just want to bust it right open and just, snap my fingers. It's happening. It's going to happen. It's going to happen now. Feel like it's got to happen, because I just feel like I'm going to explode, because it's like it's right there, and I'm just like, it's going to happen. And then I'm just going to burst out in tears and just, be overjoyed and just want to share it. I don't,
Hey, Shell, how's
I
it
don't
feel?
know.
How's it feel? You're not alone.
I feel better. It's
You're
just,
not alone, darling. Thank you. Thank you for holding on to your beautiful light, no matter what. There's a lot of people who've been isolated on the planet to hold their light without any empowerment, without any validation, without any collaboration. And that's endurance, love. That's commitment, a soul commitment for what you came here to do. And we don't all know exactly what that picture looks like, but we know it's coming. We can feel it in our heart and soul. So this Zoom group is to bring about our knowing, to trigger each other and our knowing. And I'm going to bring about some basic, beautiful tools that perhaps have not been shared. I don't go along with the chakras. I don't go along with the writings. I don't go along with what's been fed to us. I don't. I'm quite weird and different.
there was for a few years, I bought into that narrative because I just felt like, what else am I going to do? What else am I going to do? I'm just like, and I just kept saying, something is just not right here. This is just not right.
Yes.
And it just drives me up the freaking wall. And I'm just like, God, just get it over with. Cause and my family, most of my family, just a few have not, but majority of them have gotten the shots and the boosters. And I have one aunt, she's got cancer and she's in remission, and they can't do surgery because of where it's at, because it's too close to her heart and it's in her lungs. And she's like, and I try to tell her, don't get the shots. And she did. And she said she's going to get her fourth or her fifth booster, and she got the flu vaccine. I'm like, oh my God.
The hardest thing is to know and to share and watch others make decisions and choices for their own life and domain. Right? They too have a purpose. They too have a divine plan. They too are loved by the Prime Creator. And we can't lose faith in that.
Yeah, I know. It's just hard because
I get that. It's extremely hard. But
I didn't mean to get emotional. I was just, going through the little notes I've made and, just trying to stay connected and, trying to, I don't know how to say it.
Hang in there. How about that?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. I mean, I've wavered in the plan a little bit because I was just so dejected. I'm like, oh my gosh, is anything going to come to fruition? And, because I don't want to see any more people die. I don't want to see more people get sick or hurt. But I just want to save everybody. I just feel like
none of us do. And we are here to do our work, right? I can only do my part. And lend a hand to others in their part. But I'm not here to save the world. That's not my ticket.
I know, but that's just a part of me being the warrior, because I was in the Marine Corps, just a reservist, and want to be like a warrior to try to help and save and do whatever I can, do.
I get that. Hang in there with us And
am.
you've got so much to share that you're not even aware of yet. And I look forward to hearing from you. Now, earlier you said your son, was it you that wanted your son to say hello?
Yeah, he's in his room watching his Christmas movies. He's always
So why don't you tell him that Patricia gives him a great big hug when we're done the Zoom, okay? And give him
Yeah.
a huge hug from us,
he
all of us.
he has Downs and he's my baby.
He's an angel,
He is.
absolute angel walking in this earth, and he has given his mama so much. So thank you for being his mom and helping him be here, because he's beautiful. Okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, we have 20 minutes left and we have 4 people up with that have their hands up. So how about we go to Karen T?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm currently just sneaking away from my work right now, and I have a little time to talk. So I just want to say hi, and I get a little, I do get a little nervous. And I just, so I have been with Loved One Society since July, August. I have been through probably a lot of things that probably people haven't really been through. I'm a nurse. I was working at the hospitals when all of this was happening, like back in 2020. Sorry, can't get the camera right. I witnessed a lot of things, and I have now understood that a lot of these things have been lessons. And I have had probably a lot of spiritual stuff throughout my life, mostly. Let's see, when I was little, I've been a gifted artist, little, not really developed a whole lot, all natural. And I've always been able to see things. And for the most part of my life, I've just been a little bit like, kind of like make me a little like, ooh, that's so weird. Like I can't tell people about it because I think they would judge me. I think I was kind of like, woohoo, woohoo. So I kept a lot of it to myself. I probably still do. I've had a few things that I've actually videotaped myself doing, and I sent it to my sister because she didn't believe me. And I'm like, well, this happens to me every morning. And I had a couple of light bulbs that turned out, and I would go in every morning and just touch them. And boom, they would go on. And I was like, yeah, I can't explain that. But whatever I would paint, I would suddenly see there would be something that would come up and it would come true. And I used to tell my mom a lot of things, and she's like, yeah, everything that what you said came to be. And I'm like, okay, this is just, I couldn't make sense of it. So now I just have just accepted it. I just let it be. And I still try. I'm still a work in progress, and I understand that, and I'm still learning a lot of things, especially learning how to speak in front of people and coming out of that quietness. God put me through every single stage in nursing, from doing audits, chart audits, and looking at exactly what had happened through COVID. And realizing at first I thought I was being called to like stand up and speak out against it. And I threw a few things I went in right into research, and I started pulling off documents and documents and documents. And I realized I threw in one document to the high-end people, and I realized it wasn't my calling to do that. I wasn't, it was too big. So I had to leave that position and move to a different position. And I went to a different position, and it threw me right into the whole Roe v. Wade and that whole aspect of things. And I understand it now, because it was really looking at like a lot of my personal, like how I respond to things. And I realized that a lot of times my response to things is very quiet, and I stand back. And I realized that those are things I want changed. And I want to be more in that forward point. And I do everything that happened. I really do try to live in my now all the time. And I am so grateful for everyone here. I love them very, very much. They're my family, like people I can relate to finally. I don't know where I would be otherwise. I literally felt I was in a void. If you want to call it that vortex, the one over there, I don't want to be in anymore. I don't want to be there. And I realize I can step in and out. And it's the strangest feeling, but like feels so good. And I don't even know if I'm making even any sense to anyone right now.
You're doing fine.
It's
Doing
so
fine.
good.
Yeah.
I have been able to take some of my clients that come in with so much anxiety, and within a half hour, I can literally take them out of that, and they walk out of their appointment with like a different person.
Kindness, compassion goes a long way in this world right now, doesn't it?
And other people around me do not understand why I just did that.
No, not at all. Thank goodness you're there. Now, I do want you to know, when I looked at your name, Karen T, it's like guarantee. And I'm not trying to make your name anything, but that's the energy that struck me, guaranteed. So whatever it is that you're here to do, beautiful one, you're going to do, guaranteed. I also felt that you gave a lot of credit to the creator walked you through all these different things, and they're saying, no, my darling, you walked with the creator through all of these things for a purpose and intent. The record keepers are amazing beings. They don't always speak up, they document. That record keeping that you're doing at this time will absolutely assist people to know the truth of our history and how things went down. So most record keepers aren't the whistleblowers, but without the record keepers, there'd be nothing to whistleblow. So I wanted to give you that, okay?
You're
Thank you
beautiful.
for all you do.
You're absolutely beautiful.
So are you. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. That was beautiful. And yeah, you are beautiful, Karen. And I look forward to hearing more from you and when we start up our Telegram chat and on here. So thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you. All right, Much, you are next.
Hey, thanks, Amanda. And thank you, Patricia, and thank everybody. So Patricia, just to honor your question that you put out earlier, I have kind of two questions, if you don't mind answering. So number one is, you said you came in with a lot of divine connection. You were kind of, you know, you didn't, the veil wasn't really there for you when you were born. Can you, I don't know if you can, is there any particular practice that you subscribe to spiritually when you speak about these, you know, speak about your, you know, who you are and your gifts? Is there any particular background that you ascribe to at all?
No, actually, I'm not a reader.
Mhm.
I mean, as in reading books and stuff.
Yeah.
It's experience. My work and my walk upon this planet is, I know that experience it will show me and guide me. I know that I have my 4 physical connectors connected with my etheric connectors. That's one of the courses we're going to be doing in here. I
Okay.
already knew I came in hooked up. There is
Mhm.
nothing any person could tell me about my connection because they were lying. I could
Mhm.
see these beautiful 8 points,
Right.
which is the base of my Merkaba, my connection to the holy light. I could see them. So even though people and reading through and hearing about, I was kicked out of Reiki at 17. And the reason I was
Sorry, I
kicked out,
shouldn't laugh.
no,
Sorry, I'm
that's
not.
okay. I was kicked out of the Roman Catholic Church
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I wouldn't call him father. I'd had
Yep,
30 some foster fathers. I'm not
yep.
calling that guy in a dress father. Sorry,
True, true.
goodbye. You know, so
Yep, yep.
it's just life.
Mhm.
I subscribe. One thing I really want to do, and I've cried all my life. I was exhausted at 7 and didn't want to
Mhm.
be here anymore.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was given that choice.
Mhm.
Other than that, any other
Mhm.
time that I was taken out of this physical body was not my choice. Because I made that
Mm.
commitment at 7. I want to
Okay.
do my work. That's
Okay.
it. I want to do my work. I don't need to know all the details.
Okay.
I trust and love my prime creator. I
Mhm.
know that I have no alliance to any certain planet.
Okay.
We have all been on different planets.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
have been trained each lifetime by a certain celestial being or
Mhm.
cluster. And
Mm.
so we felt we were created
Mhm.
because we were
Mhm.
trained by them.
Right.
So we have
Right.
the closest connection we have in memory when we first hit the ground here is where we've been trained and what beings have assisted us to prepare
Mhm.
for this mission. So that's
Mhm.
where the confusion is. And so
Okay.
I'm just here to bring about, take the clutter away.
Yep. Yep.
Just take this clutter away.
Yep.
What do you hear? What do you
Mhm.
see? I'm not going to
Mhm.
tell you what that is. I have no
Mhm.
right to, but I'm going
Mhm.
to help you get to
Mhm.
that part where you can see
Mhm.
and reclaim and
Mhm.
remember your
Mhm.
divine, holy, beautiful light.
Mhm.
Does that answer
Okay,
your
that sounds
question?
good. I have a second question, and you kind of, you know, kind of dovetail into it. So when you
Okay.
talk about the beings, how do you determine whether they're malevolent or benevolent? How do you
Well,
determine that?
first of all, I do not allow anything that is not of light
Mm-hmm.
within a pure reach.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get to that. My spiritual teachers do not allow that through.
Mm-hmm.
I've made
Mm-hmm.
it very clear that
Mm-hmm.
I give no permission. I
Mm-hmm.
give no thought, no energy, no intent to
Mm-hmm.
anything outside of my holy light
Mm-hmm.
and the creator's divine will for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always like it
Mm-hmm.
because we are going to see
Mm-hmm.
what we're not part of,
Right.
because we are going to be trained how to remove it.
Mm.
And I have spent the last 20 years transmuting
Yeah.
huge
Yeah.
nebulas
Yeah.
as it's being released
Mm.
from its clutches on
Mm-hmm.
this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Many of us have. Some
Mm-hmm.
have consciously, some have unconsciously. I do not fear that.
Mm-hmm.
It is not part of me.
Mm-hmm.
It is not part of that beautiful light being I see beside me
Mm-hmm.
named Much.
Mm-hmm.
It is not.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we make no claims to it. We make
Mm-hmm.
no attachment to it. We tell it
Mm-hmm.
be gone,
Mm-hmm.
encapsulated, and
Mm-hmm.
remove it as
Oh,
fast
thank
as
God.
we can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will yield my holy gifts to do
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Many call me dark because they don't understand
Don't
me.
understand, yeah. And that's
And
why,
I,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
what they say about me is not my business.
Correct. Correct.
I know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And if I need a lesson, well, I work for the creator and I don't see me unemployed
Mm-hmm.
very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And neither is any true humanitarian gonna be
Mm-hmm.
unemployed from the
Yep.
creator
Yeah.
very soon.
Yeah.
So we're gonna walk this walk together.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
And I
thank you for your,
really
yeah,
appreciate
sorry.
because you messaged me
I did.
clarification on channeling,
Yep.
as I asked you to. You
Mm-hmm.
took that action and we did
Mm-hmm.
have that
Exchange.
communication. So I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I will be as transparent as possible for any
Mm-hmm.
questioning. And I thank
Mm-hmm.
you for respecting my being enough to communicate with me.
No, you're welcome. And thank you for your openness. And I don't want you to take it as any kind of judgment in any way, shape, or form. I think for me, just coming where I'm coming from, which I, explained to you, it's really being discerning, and really just to ensure that no one's deceived. Because I think a lot of us on this planet, well, we've been deceived big time, and we
You
didn't
bet.
even know. And so for me, I like to ask the direct questions that maybe no one wants to ask. I'm going to ask those questions, even if they're
I love it.
uncomfortable. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold me accountable. As you hold me accountable, you're holding yourself accountable.
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
appreciate it.
Exactly.
I'm there with that.
Thank you. Thank you,
You're
sister.
welcome.
Thank you.
Love you,
Thank
sister.
you.
Thank you. Thanks, Amanda.
Love you. All right, Ozark Jewel, you're next.
I want to thank Patricia and Amanda and just everybody. This is just so amazing, and I'm so grateful to be part of it. And I don't speak too often. And one of the things that the Lord just was prodding me to share is, and this came to me in about 2018. And I was in prayer and meditation over a family member that was going through some stuff and just really kind of struggling with how to help them or how I was supposed to go about it. And it was not an audible voice, but the way the Lord speaks to me, it's just like, it's just in my being. It's a knowing, and it was almost audible, but not. And he said, all I've called you to do is love them. And I've carried that with me through all of this garbage that we've all dealt with this last few years. In every situation, with as difficult as things are, even with family and stuff, is just love them. Just love them and just give them that grace and just love them. And that's all I wanted to share.
That's beautiful.
Thank you for your love. You're doing it, love. You're doing it. Thank you. Yeah. This is going to be an awesome group, an awesome, awesome adventure. I love it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Ozark Jewel. I love that. Such a beautiful message. Thank you. All right, Dag.
I see Dag's hand up. Do you see his hand up?
I do. I see it up.
What's he doing? I mentioned him earlier. Hi, Doug. How you doing? Come on up. We're gonna do Doug and Anne Marie, and then closing words, and then we're done. How's that?
Perfect.
All right. You can't hear me, Kevin?
Uh-oh. Everybody
Get your
go.
ears on. Can you hear me, Amanda?
No? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
No, I'm
There
done. Okay. I just have a little question. I agreed with love, live in love, and it's as a good soldier in love one society, which just always stay there and go within in my heart. It changed my life to get the heart chakra up in command. So I'm just living within myself in the commander of my heart chakra from the moment. So Tracy was mentioned that you, Patricia, has a lot of stones in your garden, and I see also behind you, you have a lot of crystals and stones. And how is your relationship to that one?
I think she's coughing. Hold on a second.
Okay. Okay.
Are you talking about my love for the stones?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to tell you, Doug, I get stoned in a different way. Seriously.
Mhm.
The holy stones are the record keepers and the planetary healers. My husband and I have worked with them in laying them in geometrical patterns around the earth, around the world on a shoestring budget, and I still have the string, to whatever we were guided to do. So when you place a pure crystal with a piece of selenite, it's activated in a certain way. Now this crystal is from India, so it brings forward, for me, I have the, no, don't get me started with stones. I won't stop. We will do a Zoom on stones
Okay.
and crystals and the beauty of using them. And so they're to me, they're known as the holy planetary healers. Uluru in Australia was activated as an open trance channel to the holy stones of Mother Earth. Okay, so yeah, don't get me on the I love stones. Tracy, you gave me away. I love stones. So yeah, if
Thank
you're
you.
interested, we'll do something, because of course you're interested with the water,
Yes.
and of course
Yes.
the connection of the water and the stones
Yes.
makes it all possible, right, Dag?
Yes.
So that
And then-
might help you understand when we were talking on the last Zoom that I was
Uh-huh.
bringing forward the information of the stones with your information of water. We already started to do that dance, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I look
Thank you.
forward to it, Dag. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dag. So nice to hear from you. Oh, so just to clarify, when she said she gets stoned in a different way, she means like she gets stoned with stones. Just so nobody takes that the wrong way.
What, is there any other way?
No,
Okay,
you're right.
there you go.
It's the only other way. Only way. All
All
right.
we've got
One
Anne
more.
Marie.
Yes. Anne Marie, you're up to talk.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I first wanted to say thank you for the support. I had the most amazing Thanksgiving ever, and we didn't even have one dead cow, but just knowing that you all had shared that energy and that positivity. I mean, we had so much fun. We were playing a game. I couldn't even get on to say thank you on Thursday. So thank you for that. And my question for Patricia is, how do I bring more supportive people into my life? I find that I am very high energy. I'm very open. I'm very sometimes too giving. People take advantage of me. A lot of times I'm just like, it's okay, but I really want to have less. I just want more joy in the interactions with people, and I know sometimes I'm very outgoing and everything, but how do I bring that about? I'm trying to work with my guides, and I've been asking them to bring me more of the right people versus the people that drain me.
Okay, great question. First of all, you allow, right? Other people don't just take advantage of us for whatever purpose and intent. We allow that, right? So we need to take a look at what we're allowing, you know. A lot of people come to me looking for their soulmate, and I just tell them you can't find Mr. Right with Mr. Wrong sitting on your doorstep. So there are choices and things that you need to really, if that's what you want, then you need to clear the path for what you want. So there's a belief system where there's something within your being, Anne-Marie, that you feel you're not enough for those beings to come into your life, or that there is a conflict with the people that you love in your life and those beings coming forward because you have a hard time allowing yourself to be you around some people in your life. So when you can drop some of that and know that enlightened people and great energy people are going to probably have the same experience that you're having, and they can join up with you. They can knock on your door and have a coffee. And you can enjoy that energy and that enlightenment in your own sacred space if you allow that. So I invite you to say, okay, I know you're out there, beautiful beings. I don't know who you are, but I know you're out there. Coffee's at 5. Do that every day.
Great.
And you're
Thank
gonna
you.
be approached, right? I'll come for coffee.
Okay, great.
All right,
Everybody come.
Anne-Marie. I love you. Thank you.
Yeah,
you too.
well, and not only that, we're going to have the spiritual focus room where, there will be people that you connect or resonate with that you could private message and have conversations and develop friendships that way as well.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you'll have that. They
Awesome.
may not be there
Thank
with
you.
you, but thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Patricia, Jan Ackerman was wanting to know if we can all please pray for Ron and the LWS crew.
Okay, absolutely. Where is Jan? Now, Jan, she's got the authority of prayer, so let's bring her up here. Jan, you come
on,
share your
Jan.
beautiful prayer, and we'll all join in.
Yeah.
Great message. Thank you. Where is she? I don't see her. Is she here?
I was hiding.
There she is.
Well, you can't hide that light of yours. It won't happen. All right, I'm gonna mute, and I'm gonna let you bring forward your divine prayer. Thank you.
I just took the day to just listen to everybody. It was so powerful. Just, I was a listener today. Anyway, are you ready to pray? Father, I just ask that you put a protective hedge around Ron and all those that work at LWS, and that we as members continue to lift them up in prayer every day and seek their wisdom, but also give them space. Father, I know this is a really tough time for Ron and all of the people at LWS, and they're being hammered by outside sources. And we ask you just have a protective hedge so deep that it's impenetrable, that nothing can get into them, and just keep them safe in mind, body, and in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much, Jen. I love that vibration that you bring forward when you pray. It's an amazing energy. Thank you. We still have people wanting to come in the room, and we're gonna close it down. So I don't know. I'm going to leave the last word for Amanda, but first I'm going to say this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Some very divinely gifted, beautiful beings that we're all going to be able to work together. I'm so freaking excited to do that with you all. No, I wasn't going to use the F-bomb, only freaking. So here's what we're going to do. On Thursday, I'm going to share a very powerful protection. So I want you to bring all the things that you're afraid of on a piece of paper. And we're gonna let some of those fears go. And we're gonna understand the beauty of fear and what it truly wishes for our being. Because it's not a negative energy, it's a positive energy. And we're also gonna be able to take a look at some basic spiritual toolkits. How to upgrade it, how to bring forward what we need to do our holy work in form, in love, kindness, compassion, and our holy light. So I'm going to let Amanda talk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll also have more information on the Telegram room on Thursday. Thanks, everyone. I love you.
All right, so finishing out or closing out, I just wanted to say that we're working on the spiritual focus room, and also write down your permissions and protections for the room so we can work on getting that up and going. And as always, you guys are so inspiring and beautiful, and sometimes when we're doing this, we change things up because of how you guys respond and what's going on with you guys. So I just want you to know that things don't always go as planned, but they do go as planned by spirit. So just know that. So I just want to say thank you, and I love you all, and I look forward to Thursday.
Yeah, come off your mics and say what you want to say. And thank you, Amanda. You are so awesome to work with. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Patricia and Amanda.
Thank you,
Everyone on
everyone.
the call.
Thank you.
Love you all.
Love you guys.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Light and blessings.
Thanks. Love you.
Love you too.
Blessings to all, love and light. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
Feel better, Patricia.
I thank you.
Sylvie, did you have a question? No. All right. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye, you guys. Have a good day.